Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and BuJo, and today we are setting up my bullet journal for July. Well, actually, I've already set up my bullet journal for July. I lied. I was feeling so unmotivated to film this setup, and I just really wanted to work on it whenever I had time instead of sitting down and filming it for you. So I thought we could just do a quick walkthrough of everything I set up. And then recently I've also gotten some requests to see what my journal looks like filled in, like after the month. So we are going to do a quick recap of how June is going so far at the end of the video. I'll put some timestamps, so if you're interested in one thing or the other, you can pick your fancy. But I'm going to show you what I did for July and chat through what I've set up. So this is the cover page. I took some inspiration from this Pinterest post. My husband and I are currently trying to redecorate our bedroom, and I'm trying to think of something to go over our bed. And I just love the three framed pictures that all go together, and I wanted to do that here in my bullet journal. I wanted sleek, I wanted clean, and I wanted greenery. I'm just in the greenery mood. I don't know what it is, but I decided to just do two frames here because I wanted a bigger amount of space. Now, I did something crazy this month. I actually used my Tombow dual brush blender. I'm getting it out here. It's the blender, the N00, N00. I feel like I'm like Bond, James Bond. N00. And I used 3 different green colors and a blender palette that I made myself out of tape, basically. So the 3 Tombows I used were, I think this is no clue, 177 maybe, 158, and 192. Oh, I think it's I don't know. I'll list it down below in case you want to create. But what I do, I'll give a little tutorial here. Who knows what this video is turning out to be. I have some extra paper here too. So what you do is I don't even think this is the one I use. Nope, sure isn't. It's this darker one. Okay, so you draw on the palette here like this. Looks kind of like sad, but you pick up that ink with your blender, and then I'll just draw a vine, and it makes like an ombre effect as you go up. So you see it's getting lighter. I just love it. It looks kind of watercolor-esque, and that's what I was going for without actually using watercolors because I'm not that brave. So this is what we ended up with. Oh no! I just ruined it again. I don't know if you see this, but this is my second attempt. It's because there was stuff on the back of my palette. Shoot! That makes me mad, but I'll figure it out some other day. This is already my second attempt. My first attempt, sorry, I just went and got a wet wipe to clean off the palette. Goodness gracious, Becca, I'm a mess. I hated my first attempt so much because of some tape. So I decided, because I really wanted clear lines around the frame, to use tape. And I used washi tape the first time, and it completely ripped up my page. I think the washi was old, and so it was too sticky, and it ripped up the page underneath here. So I just cut this page off the back and used painter's tape this time. But now I messed this up. And you know, I think I might I'm not going to use whiteout. I'm going to grab some more paper from the back and cover up just this small little section. You probably can't even tell, but dang it. I loved how clean it looked. Anyway, no matter. I'll fix it, I guess, later. Okay, so moving on. This is the calendar. I just, again, used the ombre effect with the darkest green and the blender marker of the Tombow and made swatches of color along the top. I like big boxes to plan my life because unlike most people, I actually use a paper calendar. I haven't switched over to Google Calendar or Apple Calendar or anything yet. So I'll fill this in with all of the family events. It's my birthday this month too. Wednesday the 24th is my birthday, so I should have a little splash of something there too. Anyway, moving on, here is the habits and cleaning and health trackers. Thought I could chat through all of what these habits mean because we're just going super in depth this time. So I draw little pictures and I know what they mean. This first one is wake up at 6 a.m. That really hasn't been happening lately, as you'll see once I show you June's update. This is Mabel sleeping through the night. Yes, we have a 2.5-year-old and she still doesn't sleep through the night, but I like to track when she does. She's getting better. I would like to weigh myself every morning. I know that might be a controversial topic, but that is just where I'm at right now. This is a dog, a really teeny little dog, so that is for walking dogs. This is for exercising. This is for putting numbers in our budget. I use a spreadsheet for that, and I just like to make sure I do it. This is more like an accountability tracker. Like, am I doing the things I want to do every day? Listening to podcasts, working on YouTube, posting on Instagram. Screen time, I like to have less than 3 hours of screen time every day. This is listening to an audiobook. This little book, I track how many pages I read every day. So if it's more than 100, it gets a certain color dot. If it's from 50 to 100, it gets a different color. And 0 to 50 gets another color. This is a needle and thread. This looks like a really bad needle and thread, but this is just to see if I craft that day somehow, whether it's cross stitch or I'm currently working on a diamond painting, just if I craft in some way. This is if I drank all my water for the day. This is going through my pictures. I like to search the date. So say it's July 1st, I search the date in my phone pictures and look back at what has happened on that day in years past. And then I also delete any pictures that I don't need anymore, just so I'm not crowding my phone. This is for flossing. This is for my nightly journal. And then this is if I go to bed by 10 or 10:30. I change it every month, but in bed by some time. Here we've got cleaning. So these things in the left column I like to try to do every day. And these things on the right I try to do once a week. So make the bed, dishes, clean the counters, sweep the kitchen, tidy, and laundry. And then things I try to do once a week are clean out the microwave, wipe off the appliances, clean the bathroom, wipe the mirror, Swiffer the bathroom, dust our house, Swiffer the kitchen, vacuum, and sheets. There are obviously other things we do to keep our house clean, but these are the ones I want to track on the more regular. And then the health tracker. Do I sleep enough? Do I take enough steps? Do I exercise enough? And do I stand for more than 12 hours? And you know, this is what I like to track. It is not for everyone. Okay, zooming on out. I love how this looks. I wanted the brown frame of our first page to kind of carry over in the trackers. So that's what we went with. And lastly, all that's set up for July is my reading spreads. So I list my TBR here, any others I'd like to get to for the month, and you can see the ombre effect. I love it. Ombre, ombre, ombre. Not like man in Spanish. Okay, and then here are just the percentage status trackers for every book. I have been needing more than what fits here, and you'll see how I remedy that in June. I list goals, how to accomplish my yearly reading goals in a smaller chunk, so I establish monthly goals. Anyway, that's it. You can see, empty. So just flipping back, we will go to June. This is how the calendar and everything looks filled in. I just have some things that are private covered up. So thank you for understanding. But yeah, I mean, it fills up. I put everything for my kids in here. I put a lot of things for my husband so that I know where he is usually. And of course, things for me. Work things, personal things, everything goes in here. Here are the trackers. So Purple means that I did the thing. Green means that I didn't do the thing. And yellow means I kinda did the thing. So you can see it's maybe a little more than 50-50 that I'm actually doing the thing, but I could work on it. Again, most of these are just like to hold me accountable. I am what you call an obliger, which if you know the 4 tendency framework that Gretchen Rubin puts out, there is upholder, obliger, questioner, and rebel. And an obliger does better when there is outer accountability somehow, and this is my outer accountability. So I feel like I would do none of these things if I didn't have this tracker. Again, with cleaning, I'm getting better, but there's a lot of green there, and that's okay. Do I do the weekly things? Hardly. I'm really outing myself here, but it's okay. And then I color in when I've met the goal on my health tracker here. So I'm doing really great at sanding for 12 hours a day, but maybe not so much in the other categories. And here is the reading tracker. So I actually did something crazy in June where I read my entire June TBR in 1 week. And so my TBR is done. I've read some others and some that aren't not even listed that I had no plans for. But what I did is I added this little tip in here. I taped it in and just cut this paper from the back of my journal. And I'm doing great on my goals. Like literally my goals are complete for June already. And it's only the 21st of the month. I'm hoping I can read like 4 or 5 more books in the month. I'm crazy. I don't know. I just love reading. I will quickly flip through my weeklies just so you can see what they look like filled in. Kind of fun. This is this week. And I have already set up next week. Looks lovely. And here's July. On this page, I will set up like a month in review, just going through what happened in June. I like to do like by numbers, so like how many subscribers did I gain, how many times did I meet my exercise goal, etc. And then like things that made me happy, events we did, and then I go through my 24 and 2024 goals and see how those are going and see what I'd like to do for next month. So that's my bullet journal for July and a little bit of a recap of June. Let me know if you have anything fun planned for July. Like I said, it's my birthday on the 24th, and we are going to be at our cabin for that entire week. I'm so excited. Looking forward to just some rest and relaxation. Well, kind of. If you have 2 toddlers, you know what vacation is like. But we'll be away for that week, and so that is what I'm looking forward to. What are you looking forward to in July? I'd love to have some conversation with you down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.